Have you ever been attacked by a woman as a man? Share your story, because I'm about to tell you one of mine. I'm not going to explain my relationship to this person, but needless to say, we weren't dating and we weren't friends, but we were in a position where we had to get along. Anyway, someone had the great idea of us two going for a drink together to try and, build some sort of a bridge between each other. I'd like to say that this was just a normal interaction, a normal night out with a friend, but the first thing that happened was two dudes were brought over by this lady, even though they weren't really trying to be involved whatsoever. They obviously spent the entire time hitting on her, and she spent the entire time just bullying me in front of them, even though she had no interest in these guys whatsoever. I sat there and took it, because the only thing I knew about these two guys is that they were dealers, and like her or not, I had to make sure she was safe. I was obviously not giving her the reactions that she wants, sat there just taking it. So it started to escalate. Became shouting, became gentle pushes, until eventually I was thrown off of my chair with one final push. So as I sat there, lied on the floor, looking around at everybody, staff and just random people who came in for a drink, looking at me, doing absolutely nothing, all I could think of is if I did this to her, then the police would be outside the door and there would be outrage. I realised no one was going to help. I realised that no one cared, so I left, but I didn't leave. I stood outside, across the road, and watched from outside because I knew that she was not going to be safe with those two random blokes. I knew it wasn't going to be long before she came out, but when she did, she was absolutely gone. So I stayed behind her, about a block behind, following her to make sure she got home safe. Thanks to me, she did get home safe, and when I walked through the door only a couple moments later, I was invited into the house by being told, "What did you do? Sit down in the kitchen, we're having a chat." I knew exactly what had happened, so I sat down in the kitchen, and when they asked me, I told them once what had happened. And when they continued to push to get me to admit to something that I never did, I told them, I am not sitting here and defending myself. I have told you what has happened. If you don't like it, then I'll go. After about 20 minutes of berating, the girl comes out and she says in front of everybody, "I'm sorry, I lied. Can you forgive me? Can we be friends?" I said, "Damn right you're sorry. What about the rest of you who've been berating me for the last 20 minutes? What do you have to say?" Silence. Nothing at all. No, "Are you okay?" No, "How dare she lie?" Nothing at all. So, I left. That situation could have been really bad for me, even though I did nothing, but I was fortunate. There were loads of witness and CCTV footage, so without that, I wouldn't have been able to keep my cool. There we have it. I've shared my story. What's yours?